Hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of The 3 Count.
Wow, we had too much fun on paper preview.
Yeah.
Way too much fun.
Especially saying that I'm the man.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the 3 Count. We're here today to talk about the Go Home Show to Elimination Chamber. But where are our banners? I am War Machine MJ.
I'm Rodimus Prime.
And I'm Malcolm Robinson, Mainstream Malcolm.
Mainstream Malcolm.
In the building.
Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Monday Night Raw, shall we?
Yeah.
We start off the show with Stephanie and Triple H in the ring. And want to call out Becky, so she can issue her apology, so she won't let her pride get the better of her. So Becky comes out. Good news, Becky's cleared. Doctors cleared her. Everything's all kosher.
Yeah.
All Becky needs to do is swallow her pride and apologize.
Yeah.
Apologize.
All she needs to do is just say these 2 little magic words. I'm sorry.
Why are you saying it like that?
Why'd you put Southern Stank on that?
I don't know. Just to piss y'all off.
Didn't piss us off. It just confuses.
It's just like, what the fuck you doing that for?
Like, why? Becky Lynch isn't country.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying.
It's Irish country.
She's Irish as fuck.
And she's sexy and she's Irish too.
Yep, she's also my ex-wife. My future ex-wife, I should say. Anyway. But Becky said, well, you know what? You can take that apology you want from me and shove it.
Shove it up your arse.
Shove it up your arse.
Stop mooing and mowing and all that stuff.
Cats don't moo, retard.
Did you say cats moo?
He said stop mooing.
Stop mooing and the mowing and all that stuff.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sorry.
You lacking, bro.
It's meowing. I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah, basically Becky told them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
And Triple H said, well, you have until the end of the night to give us an apology.
You have until the end of the night to give us an apology, or no mania for you. You just Seth Rollins and, sit on the sideline. That's our new term, Seth Rollins. It was all heartbreaking shit.
He's my son.
Wow.
He's my son. I hope you know. So, we periodically got Becky Lynch taking backstage advice throughout the show. She got some unwarranted advice from Alexa Bliss.
Finn Balor,
which she complimented his abs. Which
no homo, he has nice abs.
He's got great abs. Yeah. I won't lie, no homo.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah. So that was running through the night. We got Kevin Owens at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
he just went straight to the gutter.
Now, Kevin Owens, I watched this back in.
I can make a career joke, but.
Well, anyway, he's basically said...
Do you want to do it now?
It's too late.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Anyway, as you were saying.
But, he was talking about how he's been watching what's been going on Raw and Smackdown, and he's not pleased with what he's seeing. Basically, just to paraphrase what he's saying, and he said, I'm about a month out. I don't know where, I don't know when, I don't know what brand I'm going to be on, but just know I'm coming back, and it's going to be the Kevin Owens show again.
Once again.
It's going to be the Raw after Mania.
Are you sure?
Yeah. He's going to get the biggest pop when he comes back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's legit, bro.
Yeah, he's going to have the biggest pop imaginable.
Especially on the biggest night.
After
or second biggest night.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up we had Finn Balor with the best abs in the world taking on the manliest man that ever man, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
With, for some reason, Lio Rush and Booty Lashley at ringside.
Booty Lashley.
Yeah, Booty Lashley has been targeting Finn Balor for quite some time the last couple of weeks. Ever since the night after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Sometime during this match they made it, well, before Monday Night Raw kicked off, they made it official. It was Booty Lashley and Lio Rush defending the IC title against Finn Balor at Elimination Chamber.
What are they, the male version of Lay Cool?
Well, like I said on preview, they're Bum Rush. Because, Booty Lashley and Lio Rush.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Bum Rush.
There you go. WWE, please cut this man a check.
I got all this creative genius more than you assholes.
Yeah. They should put you on creative.
They totally should. Or at least let me name shit.
Yeah. There you go.
Certainly a lot better than Samoan Slaughterhouse.
Oh my fuck.
Anyway, continue.
Anyway, yeah, Finn won against Drew McIntyre by disqualification because Booty Lashley couldn't help himself. And then it just broke down into a massive big-ass brawl where, you know, Finn was getting jumped by McIntyre and Booty. Then Strowman came down. Then Corbin came down. Then Angle came down.
Well, before all of that, Finn Balor won by disqualification thanks to Booty Lashley because Drew McIntyre was set up for the coup de grace. Lashley...
Drew McIntyre set up for coup de grace?
Well, I mean, he was like laying on the mat.
He was laid out for coup de grace.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It made it sound like he was going to go for coup de grace.
Hell no.
Oh, he will kill somebody.
crushed Balor.
Yeah.
Anyway, Balor was on the top rope, and Booty Lashley came out of nowhere and basically crushed him, and then that's when everything just hit the fan, and we had a 6-man tag team match.
Which was highly, highly unnecessary.
I mean, who's really checking for Kurt Angle in 2019?
Not really. He'll just job for somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah. Strowman, Balor, and Angle won that 6-man match. There was nothing special about it.
No. Shit.
Next up, we had a triple threat tag team match to decide who enters the women's elimination chamber first. Go ahead and say these stupid team names.
Oh, boy. Boy. We had a ball on paper preview. We had the team of the Samoan Slaughterhouse.
Fuck.
Nia Jax and Tamina. What the fuck?
Terrible.
The Boss and Hug Connection.
Even worse.
Sasha Banks. Oh, not as bad as Samoan Slaughterhouse.
Okay, fine. Slaughterhouse is worse.
They both suck.
Yes, they
Agreed. And the Riot Squad.
Okay, I'm cool with the Riot Squad name.
Yeah.
Because that's been around.
Yeah. But,
It's less stupid than when it started.
yes. Anyway, just to sum all this up, Nia and Tamina ended up winning.
After Bayley fought a handicap match.
Yeah, so Bayley and Sasha had to enter first.
Yeah. Sasha got taken out pretty early. It was a shoulder injury, but she has been cleared for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, she re-aggravated her shoulder.
Her shoulder.
Her
As
shoulder.
certain people would say.
Hey man, that was one.
Certain lime green assholes.
Fuck you.
We had Seth Rollins come out there. Seth Rollins talked about how he doesn't care. How he's going to beat Brock Lesnar.
About 40.
I farted.
Yeah.
He's going to get in his face and fart.
Yeah.
He's going to make sure to have a lot of Chipotle.
Oh god.
Anyway, Paul Heyman came out there, interrupted, blah, 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 Brock Lesnar, blah, 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 Suplex City, blah, 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 not a spoiler.
Yeah.
5.
Seth Rollins basically responded with, I don't care. I'm going to win. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
And then Dean Ambrose came out there. Went off script by just saying, slay the beast.
And then sat there and watched the match.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he was supposed to go into this long Shield spiel, but yeah, Dean Ambrose is in permanent fuck it mode.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm
Yeah.
about to leave this bitch anyways.
Just came down the ring. He said, I got one thing to say to you. Slay the beast.
Yeah. And then he had his match with EC3.
Where he beat EC3.
Yeah,
Wasn't it by roll-up?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next we had Ruby Riott taking on Nikki Cross.
Yeah, it was announced earlier in the night that Ruby Riott would be well, actually, no, last week.
Yeah. it was-
Ruby Riott would challenge Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I don't think nobody really cared for this match. You could tell the crowd really was.
Yeah.
Ruby Riott won with the Riot Kick. That's basically like eat the feet. Oh well.
Eat my feet.
Yeah, and this is what I want to talk about here. We had Elias, my boy.
Oh, no. Gets better, because they interrupted Elias 3 different times. Actually, I think this took place earlier in the show.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I just wrote
Okay.
down notes.
Anyway, because he plays the chord, he gets, ladies and gentlemen, Elias. Then it cuts to a backstage promo where Becky Lynch is talking to somebody. Cuts back to Elias, he strums it, gets, ladies and gentlemen, Elias. Then they roll a Seth Rollins video package. Then they cut back to Elias, and Elias is irate.
Yeah. Lucha House Party was out there. He talked about how his album came out last year and how he wasn't nominated for the Grammys, being that they had the Grammys on Sunday. Like, who gives a fuck about the Grammys?
No one.
I know you're going on a spiel. I'm just going to interrupt you. Elias had the best album. Continue.
He should have been nominated for Album of the Year.
He should be nominated for Performer of the Year.
Okay. Anyway.
Especially after Seattle.
Yeah. Anyway, Lucha House Party came out there. They interrupted him. They tried to sing or whatever. And so Kalisto said he wanted to do a duet. So he was like, okay, you want to do a duet? We're going to make this happen. Elias went to get his guitar. Wham! He murdered Kalisto with that guitar.
He's like, oh!
The first time I watched it, I laughed. I watched it like 5 times. He completely murdered Kalisto.
He murdered Kalisto, dropped the smoking gun, and ran like a bitch.
He literally just zoomed out of the ring.
He's like, fuck this shit out.
I mean,
it was so funny.
He's been laying out Jeff Jarrett with those potatoes. And Kalisto, I felt worse for Kalisto.
He murdered Kalisto with a bomb.
With a bomb, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, it was just like, whoosh! And Kalisto just fell dead.
Okay, yeah, you missed a match on here.
Which was?
The Raw Tag Team Championships.
I sure did.
So, since you got to watch this, you talk us through it.
It was Glorious Gable, Bobby Roode, and Chad Gable.
Oh, that's their name?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh.
What's the name again?
Glorious Gable.
Oh. That's terrible.
I'm done. I gotta go.
Yes, please go. Oh. That's awful.
Fuck, say. What the fuck?
And I thought the women's tag team names were terrible. Oh.
They kept saying it throughout the match. Glorious Gable.
Why couldn't they just kept it last names?
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
Oh
He's
man.
so fucked up.
Glorious Gable. Wow.
That's terrible.
Yes.
Why did they come up with these names, bro?
I have no idea, bro. It's so stupid. It's retarded as fuck.
You know what? I got a better cheesy name. Thrill and Skill.
Oh my god.
It's cheesy, but it's a lot better than Glorious Gable. Oh, God.
Anyway, they took
That just... Oh. That leaves a sour taste in my mouth, and I feel like I need whiskey to forget that.
All the alcohol you can get.
Anyway.
Just Jack. Just flat out Jack.
Oh my god. Anyway, they took on the Revival for the tag team titles.
You almost said top titles.
I sure did. And I kept saying to myself, why do we have to keep seeing this?
We saw like 10 times.
Right. Like, yo, why do we do this? Over and over and over.
The first 3 times made sense. You know, they got the first shot, they got screwed over in the first shot, they got screwed over in the second shot.
Yeah. And I just kept saying to myself, they're going to lose again and again and again. But this turned out to be a pretty damn good tag team title match. The Revival are your new Raw Tag Team Champions.
About time.
I think they hit Chad Gable with the Shatter Machine.
I believe so.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, and the crowd
because I have to go to work.
Yeah, and the crowd, you know, they popped for the Revival. So finally, the Revival are the tag team champions. It took them this damn long.
Finally, they're top guys.
And if they do this right, we can start by saying, yeah.
Again.
But at this point, would you prefer them to do it right and they stay top guys? Or do it wrong and they take their talents elsewhere?
Do it right so they can stay.
I want to say do it wrong so they could leave.
What do you say, Mainstream?
I'll say
that gas you let out stinks.
I didn't even fart.
That was me.
That's nasty. That stinks.
I'll say do it right, you know.
Say do it right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have them do it right.
I don't mind being devil's advocate.
Yeah, and I saw it was Scott Dawson tweeted the old tag team titles they used in the 90s.
Yeah,
Those look nice. I hope they bring those back.
I hope so too.
So anyway,
I mean, they brought back the IC title. Why not?
yeah, they didn't use the egg version.
I like the egg version,
I
or
do.
not the egg version. The one from the aughts,
What?
from the 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
The little, the
Yeah,
egg,
okay.
Yeah,
I like that one.
yeah.
Ow.
Anyway, like we said, the Revival are your new tag champions. And then we have the last segment of the night. Triple H and Stephanie
Which
come
was
out there.
fucking stupid.
Wait a minute, we'll get to that part in just a second. They call out Becky Lynch. They say, look, we know you want this. You're jeopardizing history. This is WrestleMania. And so the fans are, they're on Becky's side, and Triple H is like, whoa, ignore them. They don't matter.
Ignore them. They don't matter. Actually, they do matter, but don't tell them that.
I saw a meme where like they came out on Raw talking about how you, being the fans, are the authority.
Yeah.
And then Triple H says, they don't matter.
They're not my boss. Technically, they're my boss, but they're not my boss.
Yeah. So Becky was just like, you know what? If it comes down to it, then you know what? I'm sorry. She just basically I'm sorry. And then out comes Triple H was like, well, congratulations, you're going to WrestleMania.
Congratulations, you're going to WrestleMania.
Becky was like, that's it?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're going to WrestleMania.
That's all. Yeah.
Out comes Mr. McMahon.
Meats.
Mr. McMahon, he brought out his meat. And he said, look, you think you're better than WWE. You're not better than WWE. You're not WWE. I'm WWE. Or something to that effect.
They're not WWE. Technically, they are, but don't let them know that.
Yeah, and he went on to say, they may forgive you, but I don't forgive you. We need somebody that can come in, shake things up, stay in their place, and follow the rules. And he brought up Charlotte Flair. Just the way he said her name.
Apparently, he stumbled a lot during that spiel.
I noticed that, like, the first time he came out, like, I noticed he stumbled over his lines.
Yeah.
And I thought about, like, when they came out and he did that Then, Now, and Forever.
Yeah.
How he just sounded so dry as fuck.
Then, now.
I'm like, damn, dude.
Are you dying?
Are you dying? Are you just ready to get this segment over with? And then Charlotte came out, and then social media, the whole world exploded. Charlotte Flair is replacing Becky because she is suspended for 60 days. Vince said that her suspension would end 5 days after WrestleMania, which is on the 12th. Because WrestleMania is on the 7th.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Son of a bitch.
Like I said, a lot of people are very upset. Some people say, well, looking at the storyline aspect, this makes sense. How do y'all feel about it?
Well,
I hate it.
They could be setting up one of three scenarios we've already seen.
Mm-hmm.
The worst of the three, we could wind up with another McMahon in every corner.
Oh, God.
Oh, hell no.
And I hope to God we don't see that, because that was a disaster in the first place.
Oh, WrestleMania 2000?
Yes.
What happened?
Like, the main event was The Rock, Mick Foley. Was he Cactus Jack or just Mick Foley?
I think he was Cactus.
Yeah. It was The Rock, Mankind, Triple H, and The Big Show.
Yeah.
Triple H had Stephanie. The Rock had Shane.
I think it was Vince.
Vince.
Yeah.
I know Mick Foley had Linda.
And then Shane was behind Big Show.
Yeah. And it was for the WWE Championship. Triple H came in as champion and he retained.
The fuck?
Yeah, it was stupid.
It didn't make any sense.
Because I think, like, the pay-per-view before that, like, Mick Foley lost in a Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it was like a retirement match.
Yeah.
But he really wasn't going away.
But fuck.
So, yeah, it was pretty
stupid.
Yeah.
The second scenario I could see happening is WrestleMania 22.
Oh, shit.
Where we had Orton, Mysterio, Angle. And Ray won the Rumble that year.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost his WrestleMania match. Well, he he lost his spot in that match to Randy Orton. You know, he put it on the line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they put him back in the match.
Yeah.
Or scenario number one, which I hope really happens, they pull a WrestleMania 20.
The triple threat match.
The triple threat. The killer triple threat.
Oh yeah.
Wake up.
Sorry. Not bad.
Anyway, they could put on a really killer match.
Yeah.
Now, does Charlotte need to be in this match?
No.
Not necessarily. Could she hurt the match? Not
No.
really.
No. Honestly, no. As much as I hate it, she wouldn't. I mean, she would add a little more sizzle to the match because, like me and one of my supervisors were saying, Charlotte and Becky are really going to carry Ronda through the match.
Yeah.
I mean, Ronda can hold her own for the little she's been in WWE, but mostly Becky and Charlotte are going to carry her through that match.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, before we close out Raw, why the hell was Ronda out there?
I don't know.
Who?
Ronda.
I don't know. I guess she was going to, like, say something to her.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's weird.
All I know was I saw Becky and Ronda standing at the ring, kind of like looking at each other and looking back at Charlotte. It just
Did you see that exclusive after Raw?
I saw it.
I didn't see it.
Where the Riot Squad attacked Ronda and Becky.
And they got
You were about to
fucked
say
on.
the Ruby Squad.
I sure
The
was.
Ruby.
But anyway, they got tapped out by Ronda and Becky, and they stood face to face.
Yeah.
It was after Raw went off the air.
All right.
So now let's go to SmackDown.
Speaking of Charlotte, we started the show off with Charlotte, and she basically came out there, gloat, 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 gloat.
Well,
Fucking all that shit.
before that, they showed what happened the night prior to SmackDown.
Then, now,
And when Vince said, Charlotte Flair, that's when Charlotte came out. Like you said, gloat, gloat, gloat. I'm going to WrestleMania. Gloat, gloat, gloat. I've carried the women's division. Blah, blah, blah. I'm the franchise. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
So that's pretty much it.
yeah, she didn't really have anything substantial to say. It was pretty much gloat.
Yeah. Anyway, the next.
Next, we had a triple threat women's tag match to determine who enters first on the SmackDown side of things. We had, and I'm only going to say one of these team names, the Iconics, taking on Carmella and Naomi, taking on Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
I forgot their individual names for a second there.
Yeah. Now, with all these teams, like I said on paper preview, I do like these video packages, how they're talking about the tag titles. I did like the fact that the Iconics never got into the match.
I
don't think they even got in.
They never tagged in. Like, they stayed on the outside every time Spike got close to tagging.
Well, Peyton Royce started the match, and then she quickly tagged Mandy Rose and got out.
Yeah.
So it was basically between Mandy and Sonya and Carmella and Naomi. And after the match, the Iconics attacked both teams because Naomi and Carmella won.
Yeah.
And so they stood there and did their little belt pose. And so, yeah.
So, yeah, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville start the match. Again, I'm not saying those fucking team names. Iconics are as far as I'm going.
And the Riot Squad.
And the Ruby Squad, yes.
Yeah, I keep wanting to say damn Ruby Squad. The Riot Squad.
It's Riot Squad, bro.
Because Ruby Riot's the leader.
Yeah. I mean, we're so used to seeing her so much.
Fuck.
Next up, we had McMiz TV with the Usos. This was entertaining.
It was actually good.
I actually like this. I thought this was going to be really stupid, but, you know.
It started out really stupid, but then it got intense quick.
Yeah, because Miz, you know, he came out there, introduced Shane. He said, you know, Shane's going to be on NCIS the May 31st, fuck.
I think it
The
was
March 31st episode.
I think it was Los Angeles, that
Yeah,
show.
it was Los
Yeah.
Angeles.
Anyway.
And Shane was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're not supposed to tell nobody. He was like, listen, we're family.
No, he said you're supposed to only tell family.
Yeah. He said, well, we're family. The WWE Universe is family, so why not tell everybody? We're all family.
Then the Miz introduced Usos.
Mm-hmm.
And Usos said, oh, you guys are a tag team, but you guys aren't a tag team. You know, they played the little tag team game where it's like, what's your favorite? You know, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And, you know, when Shane and Miz do it, you had Miz just like pitching lines.
Yeah. I actually like that, though.
I like the part with quiche.
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite food? Quiche. Quiche? Yeah, Maurice makes a great quiche.
Yeah. And then the Usos are like, you know, y'all are such a tag team. Y'all do everything together. You ride together. You bathe together. They do a whole...
They do it, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it went to a little
Yeah.
spiel where Usos were clowning them,
Yeah.
and I think Miz said, "Well, let's talk about Mandy Rose."
Oh.
Now
yeah.
I thought that was a funny little throwaway line.
Oh.
Yeah, and Jimmy got pretty upset and threw
Yeah.
Shane's mic on the ground.
When it clicked, I was like, "Whoa, okay."
Yeah.
Because Miz was about to speak again. Jimmy took the mic and threw it.
Yeah. And then they were going on, and then Shane and Miz, I think, looked at each other and got hit with super kicks.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they turned around and
Yeah.
super kick party.
Super kick.
Thank you.
Awesome.
My half-ass sleep ass.
Yeah.
I'm barely.
Anyway,
That's why I keep kicking your foot and wake you
I
up.
was like, fuck.
So anyway, they're basically setting up for their match on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
Now-
then we move... Oh, go ahead.
Next up, we have... This should be an annual thing, where somebody has the breakout gauntlet performance of the year. Because we had the gauntlet match to determine the order of entry in the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber. We started the match off with Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan, and he was taking on a member of the New Day to replace Mustafa Ali. And, New Day did their usual thing of teasing who's getting into the match. And Rod couldn't get over the fact that Big E was carrying a tube of meat to the ring.
I actually didn't pay attention to that.
Shut up. You know you loved it.
No, I did not.
You know you love that meat.
Shut up.
It's like Mr. McMahon.
You and your heart-shaped steak.
Hey, that was a nice steak. I was actually going to buy me one.
Why didn't you?
I don't know.
Because you don't know how to cook steak?
I do know how to cook steak.
Good, because I don't.
I don't either.
But yeah.
Put it on the George Foreman grill.
George Foreman. It'll knock them calories out.
Oh my god.
Anyway, wound up being Kofi Kingston. And he had a fantastic performance. Near hour long.
Yeah. What I don't get is how Tom Phillips was saying this was the longest match in SmackDown history. Does he know his history as far as SmackDown goes?
No.
Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar had a 60-minute Ironman match for the WWE title.
Ironman match.
Well, this took up the whole last hour and some change.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, there was another long match besides this one, but that was years ago.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, during the match, Rowan, almost called him Harper for a sec there. Rowan interfered a bit. New Day tried to interfere, but referee kicked out New Day.
Yeah.
Then when Harper interfered again after planting Kofi on the table, the ref booted Rowan.
Yeah. During the match, Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan had a good showing.
They did.
They went a good, 15, 20 minutes?
About 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So they went a pretty good they went a long time, but he pinned the WWE champion.
Pinned him clean as whistle after Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan enters the chamber first.
I thought he hit him with SOS.
No. He had Jeff Hardy with SOS.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy came out there. That didn't last but 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Hardy starting second. Next came Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah, Samoa Joe, who always has that look like I'm about to fuck somebody up and then just go home because I'm finna collect the paycheck just to fuck somebody up.
And not get a championship.
He need to put a belt on that man.
He came out there. He was wearing down Kofi because Kofi was already exhausted.
Yeah.
Locked in the coquina. Kofi ran the ropes and basically pinned Joe to the mat while in the coquina.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Joe's pissed because he has to come in third. Beats up Kofi, locks him in the coquina on the outside. AJ Styles come down, just like stomps Joe once in the face.
Yeah, I saw that, but going back to how Kofi pinned him, I think it was Steven Larson who said he did that Bret Hart-esque pin.
Yeah, he
like
did.
how he did Steve Austin. Because I know he did that to Steve Austin at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Because Steve Austin had the $1 Million Dream,
Yeah.
and Bret went on the top rope and rolled over and pinned him.
Yeah.
So yeah. But then, like you said, AJ stomped him in the face, trying to get him off of him. He ran.
Just like one good stomp in the face.
Yeah, he just like ran him off, and he was just trying to figure out like, yo, Kofi, you ain't got to do this, bro.
It's like, just quit.
Yeah.
You done enough. You could just, take it easy. Kofi's, he just fires up. He shoves AJ. He's just like, no, man, I've been doing this for so long not just to quit,
Yeah. He said, fight me. He said, fight me. I've been here 11 years. Let's go. Fight me.
And then AJ just unloads on him.
Yeah, didn't he like pie face him? Didn't he pie face AJ?
Yeah, he pie faced AJ.
Yeah.
AJ just slaps him, rams his head into the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
They go at it for a good couple minutes. Styles makes Kingston tap to the calf crusher. New Day comes down to collect Kofi.
And Kofi gets a standing ovation. Well deserved. Well deserved.
They need to make that brother champion.
Yes. We'll talk more about him in a minute. But afterwards, as Kofi and New Day are going to the back, Randy Orton's music hits. And it was so obvious.
Because AJ staying in the ring yelling, come on, at the ramp.
Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on.
And it was like 30 seconds left in the show. Randy Orton comes out. RKO out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. They had the little thing on the screen.
The watermark, yeah.
Yeah, and Randy Orton gets his hand raised in victory. And that's how we end the show. So Randy Orton is going in last in Sunday's Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah. If Mustafa Ali was healthy for this match, do you think he would have had that momentum Kofi had?
Yeah, because a lot of people say that was his moment. That was supposed to be designed for him until he got hurt.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, think about it. They could still play the narrative of, when I came in, they pinned the champion. Well, I pinned the champion, excuse me, and I should get a title shot. But then I got hurt, Kofi got my spot, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about Kofi for a second. I talked about this on Paper Preview. A lot of people said, even the New Day said, this is Kofi Kingston's year. This man's been in WWE for 10 plus years. You've never heard anything bad about him. He's been one of the workhorses in that company for a long time. Why hasn't he been WWE champion? Now, granted, not everybody can be the top guy. I get all that. But
I'm top guy.
Your mom's the top guy. I'm just playing. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. I'm just playing.
Oh, that was so good.
Anyway, I'm just playing. Anyway, but like Kofi, he really deserves this moment because he's won almost every title except that.
I
won't say every title.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, every non-major title.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day, I could see him not being, the guy. Because, when he first came out, he had Jamaican accent, man.
Yeah, he had that fake Jamaican accent.
Then he was just regular dude from Africa.
Yeah.
And now that, he's helped getting himself over with New Day, I mean, the time's right. Time's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then, some people say, if they do put the title on him, it's only because he's black and it's Black History Month.
WWE has never had a black WWE champion. It's fact now.
Well, they bring up The Rock, but he's biracial.
He doesn't count because they keep focusing on Samoan.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they've had every other type of champion. Irish champion. Hispanic champion.
Yeah.
American champion. Oodles of those. Canadian.
Yeah.
Never have they had an English or a black champion.
Yeah. I mean, every other company that we can think of, Ring of Honor, Impact, MLW, they've had black champions.
Hell, I'll go even further. NWA.
Yeah. When R-Truth became the first black NWA world champion on 2 different occasions. But going back to what you said, they've really had an opportunity in the past, and they've been known to do that. A lot of people say WWE is known for just putting secondary titles on black wrestlers because it's Black History Month, which is bullshit. I mean, why not? Give him like a little small run. At least if you do that, you can say he finally got the big one.
I'd say at least give him a substantial run.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be, AJ Styles first go around, spectacular.
Yeah.
But at least, something where he could be like, yeah. Because, I mean, they gave the belt to Jinder Mahal for 6 months, and that was just a wet fart.
Boy.
Anyway. But yeah, Kofi Kingston, he's the gauntlet Ironman this time around.
Yeah.
Comparing him to Seth Rollins, I know that's a bit unfair, but...
I mean, Seth, I still forget about that gauntlet last year. I don't know why.
Because it happened early in the year.
Yeah, but the fact is, both guys had a strong showing. You know what I'm saying?
Need me to slap you?
Hmm?
Need me to slap you?
No, I'm good.
But the fact is that, whether they have Kofi as WWE champion, because he's not going to WrestleMania as champion, I would want to see him challenge for the title.
I would want him pick up the title.
Yeah, challenge and win the title. But
yeah,
I mean, I can see a scenario where they pull a swerve, he wins the title. I mean, and then he can go to Fastlane as champion and drop the belt. At least he could say he's WWE champion.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's obvious that Daniel Bryan's going to win, but I could get behind the whole thing with Kofi. Whether it's just for like whether it's just like for a cup of tea, I can still get behind it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's all for the 3 count on Raw and SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna record 3 count for the network stuff in a little bit.
Yes.
But that being said, I'm War Machine MJ.
I'm Rodimus Prime.
And he's Sleepy. We'll see you guys next time.
Yep.